forest.
What is this place?
This place? This place is just a wake-up call.
Am I
Dead?
Yeah.
No, you are not dead.
What is that noise? What is that noise?
That is the noise of all the souls that God couldn't use you to free, but you chose not to do His gospel beauty.
Send me back. God on the judgment seat. His son beside him. Angels in the background. Warriors with gold, their armor from left to right, and people waiting to get judged. If God asked you, what did you do on earth with your talents, what would you say? Okay, there was God, and God was everything. God made everything. He made the creatures, a land, a man, and woman. God made everything. 6 day work, 7 day rest. God made everything. Everything was good, so everything was blessed. God made everything. Then God put the man in the garden to eat. God made everything. Told him everything was good for eating. God made everything. Not the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God made everything. The snake was crafty, he really deceived him. God made everything. Snakes used to talk, snakes used to walk. God made everything. Because man ate the fruit, snakes only crawl. God made everything. The man has to work, woman gives birth. God made everything. Man rules the woman, it's in his word. God made everything. Be fruitful and multiply, is what God said. God made everything. But still gave him the boot because they disobeyed. God made everything. Then God is the tree with a cherubim and spinning blade. God made everything. Then made them work the soil from which they came. God made everything. Adam got with Eve and they did they thing. God made everything. Eve gave birth to Abel and Cain. God made everything. Cain worked the soil, Abel worked the sheep. God made everything. They both gave up, offering a G.O.D. God made everything. Abel's was better, Cain got mad. God made everything. He killed his little brother, the story's so sad. God made everything. Where's your brother? His blood cries deeper. God made everything. Cain responded, am I my brother's keeper? God made everything. Punished him, sent him down to earth. God made everything. Put a mark on him, anything touch him get hurt. God made everything. Life went on, people came and went. God made everything. At this time, people begin to call on the Lord. God made everything. Increased the numbers, spoke in the same language. God made everything. God came down and confused their language. God made everything. Sons of man chose daughters to lay with. God made everything. Nephilim was on this earth, but now they extinct, kid. God made everything. My spirit can no longer tolerate this. God made everything. Man's gonna live to 100-ish. God made everything. Man kept doing the same thing. God made everything. It grieved God's spirit, so he flooded it. God made everything. But God fearing Noah, God covered him. God made everything. Made an ark and made a new covenant. God made everything. Sign is he made a rainbow. God made everything. That means that he never forget you. God made everything. Noah passed away, Abraham took over. God made everything. He was upright, righteous, straight up soldier. God made everything. Militant first to sacrifice a newborn. God made everything. Tested by God, been through many storms. God made everything. Like once he was told to sacrifice his son. God made everything. Isaac was named and his mom name was Sarah. God made everything. But it was just test Isaac's son name was Jacob. God made everything. We came from Sarah, Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob. God made everything. There's plenty more from the Dead Sea Scrolls. God made everything. Jacob had a twin brother named Esau. God made everything. Jacob had a plan and Esau was starving. God made everything. Jacob said, trade me your birthright for this porridge. God made everything. Rebecca and Isaac is who God made it of. God made everything. Isaac loved Esau, Rebecca loved Jacob. God made everything. Isaac was blind, you seeing the gray in him. God made everything. Rebecca and Jacob, they really finagle him. God made everything. Esau's a killer, he's coming for Jacob. God made everything. Rebecca said, run to my brother house Laban. God made everything. Now Jacob had kids by Leah and Rachel. God made everything. And they are the 12 tribes of Israel. God made everything. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. God made everything. Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Ashdod. God made